And this is by far the craziest thing that I found. It's broken arrow, but it's not broken arrow. Hey guys, Uncle Wayno here. I'm out in my shed because I've picked up my biggest haul ever. It's not the most I've ever spent on a haul, but volume wise, it is definitely the biggest haul I've ever gotten. And profit wise, or potential profit wise, definitely the biggest as well. I've picked up a massive lot of 2400 videotapes plus some other stuff. Just quickly how this came about, it was just super lucky. Good mate of mine, Rooney, shout out to Rooney, thanks so much mate. He was down at the local golf driving range, and the old bloke that runs the place in there had this big collection of videotapes, and he just happened to be writing out an ad for it to sell them on Marketplace while my mate was in there. So my mate sort of said to him, look, don't put the ad up yet till I speak to Wayno. And I went in there the next morning and made the deal. $500 I spent on 2400 videotapes. There's some really good stuff in here. There's not much horror. There's barely any horror at all actually, but there's still some really good stuff. It has been nuts. Like, it took me 3 days to get them all home pretty much. My mate Dale, big shout out to my mate Dale, he helped me, he's got a van, and he helped me pack them up and everything as well. It was such hard work. This shit is heavy. Videotapes are heavy, so keep that in mind if you're ever going to buy a bunch of videotapes. But I'm going to do really well out of it, and I've already started to do well out of it. So I wanted to show you guys what I got. I've already pretty much sorted them. Well, they're sort of sorted into categories, a lot of them. So yeah, we'll start here. These are the good ones. I've actually got a tub of these inside because I took them inside because I've put them up for sale already, and I needed to take photos of them. So they're all the clamshells. There's a whole tub of clamshells inside, so the better ones are inside pretty much. But yeah, some really nice clamshells in there. There's some really cool stuff. All a random one out here. This David Carradine movie, Wizards of the Lost Kingdom 2. So people love this sort of stuff. You know, you probably can't find this on DVD, or you definitely won't be able to find it on streaming services. So, you know, that's the sort of stuff that sells well. Yeah, so there's lots of really cool stuff. This one is even Tui's Bathurst 1991. Quick look in here, it's sealed. It's still bloody brand new and sealed. It's nuts. So I honestly don't know how much sort of value that would have, but the fact that it's sealed really helps it. And then there's just a whole heap of big box. These ones down here aren't the best. These are the better ones. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Some of these ones here I've already sold. Like this one sold for $20 already. Fist of the North Star. So far, so what I've done is I've listed these on in a collector group on Facebook, and people just sort of make you an offer, and I'm happy to sell them cheaper because I don't have to list them on eBay. I don't have to pay fees and all that sort of stuff. It's just a lot easier to sell them on there. So I've already listed a few on there. I've sold 17 so far in the last 2 days for about $400. And I've sold some more as well, but those guys haven't paid me yet, so I just won't include that yet. But yeah, $400 out of 17 tapes, and I've got 2400. Like, a lot of them are garbage, they're not going to be worth anything, but I'm going to make quite a bit of money out of it. I think really conservatively, probably looking at about $5 grand. It's not the sort of stuff that's going to fly off the shelf, a lot of it, so it will take time to sell it all. But it'll just tickle. It'll be the sort of stuff that'll just tick along. Once I'm done with the Facebook groups, I'll put what's left on eBay, and it'll just tick along. There'll be a lot of international interest in a lot of these as well. So, you know, it's one of those things where people want to collect all the different versions of movies from around the world. So you always get a lot of international sort of interest. All right, so down here, these are all the garbage ones. Complete garbage. Your old sell-throughs. that are just super common, like Relations 11, Holland's Opus, and Independence Day, all this sort of crap. It's just not worth anything. They're all a small box, so they're definitely not worth anything. These are the big box that just aren't worth anything. That box is full down there. Yeah, I don't know. One day I might chuck these up on the group for maybe 3 for $10 or something, and just see if a few of them go, but it's really not worth the hassle. I'll probably just end up putting them on Marketplace for free and someone can come get them. These ones over here, apart from these 2 stacks here, these just need new cases. These are all good big box ones. All these small box here is sort of your special interest and music, some older films. You know, I've got a Zorro box set here, which I think I'll be able to sell, but a lot of these are just not worth anything. A lot of the small box stuff is really hard to sell. It's just not valuable at all. But there will be some stuff in there that I will be able to sell, and some of the stuff, even though I know it's not worth anything, I put it in there because say if there's I don't know, 10 John Wayne movies in there, I might be able to sell them as a bulk lot really cheap or something. So I have to go through them still. I'll probably leave that for down the track because there is just going to be not a lot in there. And also these tubs here, they go 4 back and 3 up. So there's 11 tubs there. They're all the same. They're all small box, special interest, music, old movies, that sort of stuff. So again, they'll probably get put right at last. They'll probably get put right to the end where I'll just be bored one day and I'll decide to come out and look through them all. These ones here is just a box of Elvis ones. Again, those Elvis ones, some of them will be valuable, some of them won't. So the more valuable ones I'll put up singly, and then the rest will just bulk lot. Over here, I can't get over there because it's all boxed in, but these are all preview tapes. These are all the time-coded preview tapes that you used to get in the video store before the movies came out. I used to work in the video store, and we would get the movies, you know, a few months before they came out, so that we could watch them and we could tell customers about them and stuff. They're time coded. They've got a time code that runs across the screen. There's a whole bunch of them. There's probably 300 or 400 of them there, and they can sell as well. The ones with covers can go alright. They can go for about $15 depending on the titles. The ones without, there's a whole bunch without covers. I've been told, my good mate Robbie, Aussie VHS thrifter, he told me that he sold quite a few of them before. I actually didn't think I would be able to sell them, but turns out you can, so I'm pretty happy about that. Again, they'll get just sort of pushed back until I've dealt with all the big box stuff. That's my main, you know, that's where most of the money's going to come from, is the big box stuff. And over there, you can't see it, but there's a big box of Star Trek. It's not really worth anything. Now there's 3 boxes here behind the Elvis. They're all fakes. There was a whole bunch of fakes. These ones down here are fakes as well. They've all got photocopied covers. Someone's gone to a great length to make them look good, because they look real. But I did know that before I bought them, so I knew they were there, but I could see all the stuff that was real, and it was totally worth it anyway. So again, those will go on Marketplace for free probably, just to get rid of them, just to make some more space. So that's not all. While I was in there, he had these he had one old vintage stereo with the turntable and everything, and I currently don't have one. And I been wanting to get one, so I sort of said to him, "Mate, you know, is that for sale?" And he said, "Everything's for sale." He was this old guy. He was really nice, but he was, just old, and he was a little bit grumpy, but he was nice. He had to move out. He was moving out in 6 weeks. He'd been there for 31 years or something. So he sort of said, "Everything's for sale." So I said, "How much do you want for this stereo?" And he said, "I don't know what it's worth." He said, "You look it up and tell me what the retail price is." So I wasn't going to pay retail for it, so I just ignored him and I didn't respond. And he went and pulled some stuff out of another cupboard while we were packing up tapes, and then he comes out and he says, I got another stereo here, and he's like, both stereos, all these records, you had about 100, 150 records. He's like, I'll do for $100. So I said, alright, sold. So I ended up picking up some stereos as well. You can't really see them because I've got them packed up. There is a really cool, the smaller one is really cool. It's a Philips one, just basically a turntable, and it's got these little mini sort of vintage speakers that go with it. So yeah, I'm planning on keeping one for myself. The other one, I don't even know if they work, but he said they do, but they were covered in dust, so I'll have to check if they work, and I will keep one, and I'm not sure what I'll do with the other one. I might give it to a friend, or I might just sell it. But yeah, the records, they're all the records that came with it. Nothing super special in there at all, but I'll get the $100 back just from the records, so that'll cover that. I could put those records on Marketplace and get the $100 back easy. Probably get 200 out of them even. Yeah, it also came with 2 tubs of DVDs, 250 DVDs. They're not out here, they're all inside, because I need to sort through them and stuff. I have not looked in them at all, but 250 DVDs, there's going to be a few in there that are worth money. So I think I'll get about, absolute minimum, I'll get 200 out of them. So this deal's cost me 500. I'm going to get 200 out of the DVDs. I'm getting me money back for the stereos with the records, and the videotapes. Yeah, I've already made 400, so I'm pretty much in the profit already. But yeah, as I said, these are just going to take time to sell. A lot of them do have mold as well, which I've put aside. Some of them have bad mold, which they can be cleaned, but I just never have time to get around to it. Some of them have very, very minor mold, so I'll probably try and sell those with the mold on them. You can sell them with mold on them. A couple of the ones I've sold already have had mold. You just won't get as much for them. But yes, a couple of the more expensive ones that have got mold, I will try and clean them because it sort of makes it more worth it. Now, two of the craziest things I found. Well, I was pretty happy to find this. Now you might be thinking, what the hell is that? And it's just a nothing movie. But I saw this when it came out. This is a preview tape. It's one of those time-coded tapes. They have 2 movies on them usually. I saw this when it came out. I think it was in like 99 or something. And I would have watched it on this one of these actual time-coded tapes, because it was when I was in the video store. And I've always wanted to watch it again since, and I can't find it anywhere. I usually download everything I watch, and I cannot find this anywhere. So yeah, I was super stoked when I found it. I'm actually going to grab the bloody video player out and watch that, because it's been a good over 20 years since I've always been wanting to see that again. And this is by far the craziest thing that I found. It's Broken Arrow, but it's not Broken Arrow, so I had to check every single case because of the fake ones. So I opened it up, and it says 1997 Mid-Gippsland Football League Thirds Grand Final. I played in that league, and I quit the year before. I'm pretty sure I quit the year before. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think I played in 97. So I either quit the year before or the year before that. My team played in that grand final, the team that I played for. I couldn't believe it when I opened that case. It was like, how random is that? So there's probably a bunch of my mates that are in that video. So I'll transfer that to the computer, have a look at it, and see if any of my mates that were playing in it might want to have a look at it as well. So I could not believe that when I found it. Pretty much made the whole haul worth it, just, you know, forgetting about the fact that I'm going to make a shitload of money out of this. I'll just give you an idea of some of the sort of random titles that we'll sell. Jewel of the Gods, Indiana Jones Move Over. This looks like a really dodgy sort of action sort of cash in on trying to take off bloody Indiana Jones. Old John Candy movie. So this is probably like, you know, your sort of $10 movie. This is one that'll struggle to sell, to be honest. The Night Owl, this is just a sort of shitty one. It's old James Woods movie again. Robert Downey Jr. This is probably like a $10 one. Another random one. Michael Pear. I don't know how to say his name, but he's one of the kings of B-grade 90s action movies. Welcome to 18. I've actually sold this before. I'm pretty sure I sold this on small box on eBay, so I might get a little bit more for that. I'm not sure. Kangaroo. This is an old Aussie movie. The old Aussie movies go really well. Colin Friels, absolute legend. Judy Davis. I've never even seen that, so I might watch it. I've kept this one out, Final Destination, just because a lot of people like it, but it probably won't sell. Again, same with this. I just sort of kept it out. It's got a cool cover. It's got people in it that people know, so it might sell for $10. This is a classic movie. A lot of people are after this on DVD, so I kept this one out for that reason. Got your old classic Casualties of War. Physical Evidence with Burt Reynolds, you know, Teresa Russell. Like, I've never heard of it, like half of these movies, and they got big name actors in them. So it's the sort of stuff that you can sell for like $10. Some of them you might get $20 for even. So yeah, I mean, I've pulled about 500 big box tapes out. So if I get an average of $10 each, it's $5 grand. So, and you know, I'm going to get more for some of them. I'm not going to be able to sell some of them. Same with the clamshells. You know, I've had probably had about 100 clamshells. You know, if I can get an average of 20, I think probably with the clamshells, an average of 20, because some of them will go for a bit more. Yeah, it's $2 grand. So I'm going to make quite a bit of money off it. It's just going to take time to get through it all. So, but yeah, they will tick over nicely once I get the leftovers on eBay. Alright, so that's it for this one. Thanks for watching all the way through. I really appreciate it. Look after yourself, be kind, and we'll see you on the next one. I think Don's a bit of a naughty man now, so I probably can't get shit for these, unfortunately.